bienvenue. Je m'appelle Mathieu Fleury, je suis le conseiller municipal du maire, quartier en ville. Je représente la Basse-Ville, la Côte-de-Sable et Vanier. Je serai votre maître de cérémonie pour aujourd'hui. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Mathieu Fleury. I'm city councilor for the best part of our city, which includes the community of Rideau-Vanier. Before we begin, I'd ask everyone just to make sure that your microphones are on mute. It's exciting to be here with you this afternoon. We're here for an important announcement from the Canada and Ontario Invest in Improved Community and Culture Infrastructure in Ontario. Today, we will be hearing remarks from the Honourable Mona Fortier, who is the Minister of Middle Class Prosperity and our local MP here in Ottawa-Vanier. She's here as well on behalf of Minister McKenna, the Minister of Infrastructure and Communities. We also have Natalia Kusendova, Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister of Francophone Affairs and Member of Provincial Parliament for Mississauga-Centre. Thank you for joining us. And Jeremy Roberts, Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister of Children, Community and Social Services and Member of Provincial Parliament for Ottawa West Nepean on behalf of Honourable Laurie Scott, Ontario Minister of Infrastructure. Available for questions from the media following the statements. We also have est disponible pour répondre à toutes les questions suivant l'annonce. On a également des représentants de la ville. Je vous les présente. Alors, on a le directeur général des services de loisirs, culture et des installations, Daniel Chénier. On a aussi la directrice des infrastructures, des services d'infrastructure, Karina Duclos. We have the manager of parks and facilities, Kevin Weary. We have Paul Landry, who's the program manager for parks and facilities. We also have our amazing park planner in our community who does tremendous work, René Proto, who's joined us as well. Welcome. Okay, so now I'd like to invite our local MP and Minister, Mona Fortier, to say a few words.
Bonjour tout le monde, bon après-midi, good afternoon everyone, and thank you Mathieu for your kind introduction, and thank you everyone for attending. It's a great day today for Ottawa-Vanier, and I want to start by recognizing that I'm joining you from Ottawa, which is on Algonquin and Anishinaabe traditional territory. And I also want to take this time to welcome MPP Natalia Kusendova. Welcome to Ottawa-Vanier, virtually. Jeremy Roberts, really nice to see you. Lucille Collard, je suis contente de te voir. Et évidemment, encore une fois, merci Mathieu d'être présent avec nous. And also a big welcome to Bev McKillop from the Ville Centre, as well as Michel Gervais, Michel Tremblay, from the Centre des services communautaires de Vanier, and all the members of the team of the City of Ottawa with this great announcement that we have today. Alors, bien que ce soit difficile à croire, nous vivons tous au quotidien avec la réalité de la COVID-19 depuis maintenant plus d'un an. Des familles dans la ville d'Ottawa, tout comme de nombreuses familles partout au Canada, ont besoin d'aide et nous continuons de les soutenir. Et nous sommes là pour vous. And as many of you know, Budget 2021 is right around the corner. It will be tabled on April 19th. Please mark your calendar. And be among the most important and significant budgets in Canadian history. In fact, during the virtual pre-budget consultations I had here in Ottawa-Vanier, I heard about the importance of investing in building better infrastructure. And here we are today, announcing just that, because our government understands that we need to build today for the future we want tomorrow. Et ce prochain budget est à l'occasion de faire en sorte que l'économie soit plus écologique, plus inclusive, plus compétitive, comparée à l'économie d'avant la pandémie. Et c'est notre occasion de bâtir une classe moyenne plus forte et plus résiliente. C'est un enjeu qui, je le sais, passionne tout le monde ici présent. Et c'est pour cette raison que les investissements stratégiques dans les infrastructures communautaires et culturelles sont essentiels pour bâtir des communautés où nos familles peuvent s'épanouir. Since the start of the pandemic, we have approved over 2,300 projects worth more than $3.3 billion. And just last week, our government announced that the federal gas tax fund that we now call the Canada Community Building Fund will be doubled for 2021 to $2.2 billion. And this investment will provide municipalities and Indigenous communities across Canada with funding for important infrastructure like public transit, high-speed broadband, and recreation centers, and get Canadians to work. And today, I'm pleased to announce that the federal government is investing over $3.1 million in 3 community recreation and culture infrastructure projects in Ottawa-Vanier. And the first is a new 25-meter outdoor pool at Optimist Park. Once completed, it will provide a safe, accessible, and modern experience for swimmers of all abilities. Le deuxième projet concerne le centre de services communautaire de Vanier. Il prévoit la transformation de la salle de quilles en un espace polyvalent pouvant accueillir une plus grande variété de programmes et d'activités communautaires. Et évidemment, l'installation de fenêtres et de 2 sorties supplémentaires permettra également une meilleure accessibilité et garantira le respect de toutes les normes de sécurité. And the third project, the Ville Center, will receive a new roof and upgraded HVAC system and improve thermal efficiency to provide for a more comfortable and energy efficient facility for our moms and children. Alors, tous ces projets qui reçoivent un financement aujourd'hui sont très appréciés des résidentes et des résidents d'Ottawa-Vanier. En fait, l'un d'entre eux se trouve juste au coin de mon bureau de circonscription et je peux vous témoigner directement du nombre de familles qui utilisent cet espace. Les installations que nous soutenons contribuent à la réussite et à la santé de notre dynamique communauté en offrant des services et des programmes qui permettent aux familles de rester actives, de créer des liens et de se soutenir mutuellement, ce qui est plus important que jamais. Now, together with our partners, we are creating more modern and accessible community spaces for generations to come. And I, for one, am excited to see the final results. And again, I want to recognize the fact that I'm very happy to be here with you all today and also collaborating with the Government of Ontario and the City of Ottawa on this very important project. And you see the smiles, I think, and it demonstrates that this is very important for our community. Alors, merci beaucoup et je te repasse la parole. Merci.
Merci beaucoup, Mona. Oui, je vois aussi beaucoup de partenaires qui sont extrêmement heureux d'être ici à une annonce importante. Nos partenaires à Ville, nos partenaires au centre de services de Vanier, puis évidemment la ville aussi. Merci beaucoup. Maintenant, je passerai la parole à la membre de Parlement provincial qui est ici au nom de la ministre des Affaires francophones. Alors, j'aimerais, Natalia, Madame Kusendova, que vous nous partagiez quelques mots.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le conseiller, Madame la ministre, Monsieur le maire, chers collègues députés, l'équipe du Centre de services communautaires de Vanier, Mesdames et Messieurs, chers amis. Je suis ravie d'être ici avec vous aujourd'hui au nom de la ministre Mulroney, mais aussi au nom de Laurie Scott, la ministre de l'Infrastructure de l'Ontario. J'ai le grand plaisir de prendre la parole aujourd'hui au sujet du soutien Ontario à la communauté francophone et aux franco-ontariens. Et je suis ravie que notre partenariat avec le fédéral fleurit tout le temps. Ces investissements dans Ottawa-Vanier sont un très bon exemple de comment nous protégeons la santé et l'économie de l'Ontario pendant la pandémie mondiale, mais aussi de comment nous sommes en mesure de soutenir ces importants projets communautaires, culturels et récréatifs dans cette communauté francophone. J'ai récemment participé à l'annonce de plusieurs projets au soutien de la communauté francophone, dont l'amélioration d'une patinoire au centre communautaire Alban dans la municipalité de la Rivière-des-Français, ou encore un appui à la revitalisation des nouveaux terrains de tennis et de basketball à Sudbury, ce qui montre notre engagement envers les communautés ayant une importante population francophone comme la vôtre. Je suis fière du dernier budget de notre gouvernement et je sais que Madame la ministre a parlé du gouvernement fédéral et de leur budget, mais on a annoncé notre budget la semaine dernière et je suis très fière que le budget soutient la communauté franco-ontarienne en investissant des millions de dollars en financement supplémentaire dans le fonds de secours pour les organismes à but non lucratif francophones suite à la COVID-19 et dans le programme d'appui à la francophonie ontarienne. Nous soutenons également le tourisme et les industries culturelles francophones en améliorant l'accès aux soins de santé en français. En tant qu'infirmière, je sais combien il est important d'offrir des soins de qualité aux francophones dans la langue de leur choix. Et je suis ravie que notre gouvernement investisse dans la création de 777 nouveaux lits de soins de longue durée pour les francophones de la province et dans la modernisation de 236 autres. Et je pense que dans votre région, il y a des nouveaux lits francophones. Alors, on est très fiers de ce nouveau investissement. Et aujourd'hui, c'est un autre exemple de l'appui de notre gouvernement à la communauté locale d'Ottawa-Vanier et à la communauté francophone ici à Ottawa et en Ontario. Et j'aimerais maintenant demander à mon collègue de caucus, M. Jeremy Roberts, d'expliquer ce que cette annonce signifie pour Ottawa-Vanier aujourd'hui. Merci beaucoup.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Natalia, for being with us. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeremy Roberts. I'm the MPP for Ottawa West Nepean, and it's a real pleasure to be here today representing the Ontario government and our Minister of Infrastructure, the Honourable Laurie Scott. It's really nice to be joined by some of our community partners here today to share some good news and to also be here alongside some of my fellow elected officials from Ottawa. Minister Fortier, great to see you. It's been far too long, as you mentioned. Wonderful to have our provincial colleague, MPP Collard, with us as well. And of course, my friend, Mathieu Fleury, thank you for emceeing the event today. Matt, I know that you've been a really strong advocate for these projects that are being announced today. So we thank you for your advocacy work. Et je vais aussi remercier ma collègue, l'adjointe parlementaire Kusendova, pour être ici aujourd'hui pour célébrer cette annonce importante et j'ai hâte d'avoir la chance de vous inviter à Ottawa dans la future dans l'avenir pour être ici avec nous pour voir ces projets et voir notre communauté dans Vanier. Donc, merci pour être avec nous. During this pandemic and beyond, it is so critical that we support some of our important infrastructure projects here in the city of Ottawa, projects that will help our community grow and evolve once we emerge out of this pandemic. You know, Minister Fortier spoke a little bit about the upcoming federal budget. Just last week, our Ontario government tabled our 2021 budget, and we had some truly fantastic news for Ottawa, a project that I'm particularly proud of. The CHIO One Door for Care expansion has been fully funded by the provincial government. Somebody mentioned to me recently that this is the largest shovel-ready infrastructure project in Ottawa since the LRT. So some exciting news that's going to really revolutionize special needs, mental health, and rehabilitative care for over 40,000 families across Ottawa. So a great infrastructure announcement there. And of course, today we're here to celebrate some of those smaller projects, but projects that have such a big impact on many of our neighborhoods, particularly, of course, some of our neighborhoods in Vanier. As Minister Fortier mentioned, we're pleased to be partnering with the federal government to fund 3 different projects, and we are providing $2.6 million in provincial funding for these 3 projects. The first project will modernize the Optimiste Park Jeunesse outdoor pool to improve accessibility and provide a safer and more enjoyable experience for swimmers. The modernization work will include expanding the pool basin by 25 meters, installing a new pool deck, and creating accessible change rooms, pathways, and pool entrances. And I was saying earlier to the councillor and minister that I look forward to coming back with my brother, who's an avid swimmer, once it's open, so we can take advantage of this facility. Funding will also support renovations to the bowling room at the Vanier Community Service Center. Lanes and seating will be removed to transform the room into a multi-purpose space that can accommodate a wider variety of community programming and activities. Windows and 2 additional exits will also be installed to provide better accessibility and meet safety standards. And finally, the Ville Community Center will receive a new roof, an upgraded HVAC system, and improved thermal efficiency to provide a more comfortable and energy efficient facility for staff and clients. You know, supporting health and recreational infrastructure projects like these help to make our community stronger, healthier, and more inclusive. And I'm delighted that Ottawa and area residents will benefit from our joint investments. The Investing in Canada Infrastructure Program is providing up to $30 billion in total project funding for communities across Ontario over the next 10 years. That includes $10.2 billion from our Ontario provincial government, and so many exciting projects like these coming forward in the future to help make our communities stronger. So I would like to thank everyone here today for their contributions towards these important projects, to all of the staff who make these places such wonderful places to visit. Thank you for what you do, and can't wait to have the opportunity to visit all of these upgraded facilities once they're complete. So thank you so much, and I'll turn it back over to you, Councillor.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, MPP Kusendova. Thanks for being with us and for this amazing announcement this afternoon. I'll also be speaking on behalf of the city. Let me share with you how important these investments and the collaboration is here between the provincial and the federal government. I'm here speaking on behalf of the mayor, Mayor Jim Watson, as well as City Council. And as a local councillor, I'm proud to share with you some of the importance of what we're announcing here today. And then thank you, Mona and Jeremy, for highlighting the locations and the partners. It's been a challenging year, as many of you know, and all 3 of these projects will continue to build a stronger local economy as we rebound from COVID, make organizations that pour their heart and souls to support our community here in Ottawa-Vanier and supporting our families. Let me start with the Ville Center. Bev and the entire team do tremendous work. We were on site pre-COVID for the opening and the expansion of the childcare space for the young moms. And now with these changes, it continues to improve a transformed school, which Bev and the team take precious pride in. And so this will be very important to the young moms that go to Ville and the entire team. The improvements to the Centre de Service de Vanier, as you know, our health and resource centers have pivoted tremendously through this period. Michelle and the team, from supporting our seniors that are isolated, to Ontario Work Supports, to the food bank at Partage Vanier. They do tremendous work, and obviously the conversion of the space at the bowling will be very important for future programming that is much needed in our community. And finally, I see a lot of partners here on behalf of the city. The city we see the importance in parks and recreation and our infrastructure investment to build strong, resilient, and accessible communities for all across our city. And when we're able to renew aging infrastructure like an outdoor pool, this is one of the only outdoor pools in urban parts of our city. We do have amazing outdoor pools across the city. We do have a lot of splash pads and wading pools in our city, but we don't have a lot of outdoor swimming pools. This is one of them. It's located off of Beechwood Avenue in the heart of our community, and I know that the city's team is excited to proceed with the implementation and the construction of this project. Ce sont de très bons investissements qui nous aideront à améliorer les installations en les rendant plus vertes et plus accessibles à tous les résidents d'Ottawa. Et grâce à la collaboration du programme d'infrastructure fédérale et provinciale, on en bénéficie tous. Alors, merci tous et toutes. Merci de votre participation. Merci de votre annonce. Merci à tous les partenaires, d'être avec nous, de mettre de l'avant des projets qui sont hyper importants pour notre communauté. I will now turn it over to Kina Leclerc, who's here on behalf of Media Relations at the City of Ottawa to moderate. I know we have a few media. I see Julien Paquette from Le Droit, and I also see John Willing from the Ottawa Citizen. So Kina, turning the mic over to you.
Merci beaucoup, conseiller Fleury. Good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour à toutes et à tous, or John and Julien. A reminder for everybody to keep your microphone on mute. S'il vous plaît, désactivez votre microphone jusqu'à temps que je vous invite à poser votre question. So we will go as usual in alphabetical order. Nous allons maintenant commencer avec Julien Paquette à Le Droit.
Oui, peut-être, M. Fleury, commencer pour me dire, expliquer un peu de pourquoi, selon vous, ces investissements-là sont aussi importants, dans le fond, et puis spécifiquement pour la communauté francophone.
Et comme vous le savez, les piscines extérieures, c'est un des éléments qui est le plus accessible en ville. C'est utilisé. On a des étés qui sont de plus en plus chauds. On est dans des milieux urbains qui sont très denses, où il y a beaucoup de gens qui habitent, puis leur espace d'habitation est limité. Donc, nos espaces de parc, les espaces où on peut se rafraîchir, les espaces où on peut offrir de la programmation, apprendre à nager, des programmes et tout, sont hyper importants. Donc, les investissements particulièrement à la ville au niveau du parc Optimus vont permettre un meilleur accès, un accès qui est plus moderne à de l'infrastructure qui était datée. Je ne peux pas parler au nom du centre de services Vanier parce qu'ils font tellement de belles choses, mais peut-être que Michel ou je vois les deux Michel qui sont ici pourraient en parler davantage pour la communauté francophone là, au niveau des services qu'ils offrent.
Oui, parfait. Merci. Puis je ne sais pas, peut-être sur un autre sujet, si vous me permettez, je ne sais pas qui voudra se prononcer, là, autant du niveau provincial que du niveau fédéral. Mais je voulais vous demander, en fait, votre avis sur la stratégie adoptée il y a quelques jours par l'hôpital Montfort pour inviter essentiellement des infirmières du Québec à venir travailler à Ottawa, finalement. Donc, je sais que du côté du Québec, on s'inquiète de ces mesures-là qui pourraient faire en sorte d'accentuer les besoins à Gatineau. Est-ce que quelqu'un a une réaction à offrir sur ces méthodes-là? Est-ce que c'est approprié?
Peut-être, Juliane, si tu veux contacter notre bureau, nous pourrons vous connecter avec des représentants du ministre de Santé pour parler au sujet de cet sujet-là. Et, je vais mettre notre information de contact dans le chat.
Merci beaucoup.
Oui, alors, merci pour la question. Moi, je n'étais pas au courant de cette situation car c'est une situation assez locale. Mais quand infirmière diplômée moi-même, je sais quel est le besoin dans nos hôpitaux maintenant et on est dans la troisième vague de la COVID-19. Alors, comme province, on doit s'aider les uns et les autres. Alors, comme mon collègue a dit, on va demander notre ministère du Santé, mais je sais qu'on a une très bonne relation avec le premier ministre Legault et le premier ministre Doug Ford. Alors, c'est certainement quelque chose qu'on doit regarder dessus.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup, Julien. We will now be going to John Willing at the Ottawa Citizen.
Hey, Kina, thank you. I guess just on the subject of today's announcement by the provincial government, Mr. Roberts, you know, your government is putting the province into a shutdown today in response to the growing spread of COVID-19. And I'm wondering what you think that will do to businesses in your riding, and what do you tell them about why your government needs to take these measures?
Thanks for the question, John. Our government's priority throughout this pandemic has been the health and well-being of Ontarians. That's going to continue to be our priority. We're obviously seeing some not great trends in many of the numbers that we're seeing, both in case numbers, ICU capacity, even our Ottawa sewage numbers are not looking fantastic right now. This recommendation to move us into this enhanced gray lockdown came from our Chief Medical Officer of Health in the province, alongside our local Medical Officer of Health and our heads and CEOs of the hospital here in Ottawa. You're right, John. This is tough on everyone, and making sure that we can continue to support some of our businesses, including with our recently announced second round of the Small Business Support Grant. That's something that's available to small businesses. Everyone who applied for the first grant will automatically get the second, and we're going to continue to work with our businesses to help them get through this. But again, based on the best possible advice of our medical experts, we're taking this action today because we need to get our numbers down and make sure our ICU can deal with that growing capacity issue.
Thank you for that. Follow up, Mr. Fortier. The provincial government did make some money available to municipalities to try to make them whole for their operational budgets in 2021. I know municipalities have been lobbying the federal government for operational money also this year. So I'm wondering what you've been hearing from municipalities, and what does your government plan to do in the upcoming budget to help municipalities pull through on their operational budgets in 2021?
Thank you, John, and thank you for being here. And I want to, of course, recognize that we've been having conversations with the municipalities and the Federation of Canadian Municipalities for the last year. And I know the pressures are very hard and very high. And we have responded last week with the increase of $2.2 billion. Like I said, where we are doubling the gas tax, which is the new name now, the community building fund. And we are going to, of course, set the budget on April 19th, and we will be able to answer your question at that time on what's next. But we know that municipalities are having a lot of pressures. And of course, I have to recognize that we have also been working with the provinces and the province of Ontario. And as you know, we increased also with a $7.2 billion for health. And that is $7.2 billion across Canada to support healthcare in provinces and territories. So we have to work together. And I think that, today we're demonstrating that we're working together, and we have to continue to do that for the sake of Canadians.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you very much, everyone. This is all the time that we have today. C'est tout le temps que nous disposons aujourd'hui. Thank you for being with us. Merci beaucoup d'être avec nous. Bonne journée. Have a great day.
Merci tout le monde. Thank you, Kina.
Happy Easter
Congratulations.
to all. Happy